Hey guys, and welcome back to Fashionably Broke podcast. We are so excited to be back with y'all this week. We have I would say some what's the word? A little different topic than we usually hit on, but after the People's Choice Awards, we thought it was necessary because once you see it and it sticks out to you, it's like, oh shit, like yeah, this actually is happening and it's very sad. Even to see like from afar, it's like, damn. But
Yeah.
as y'all know, we will get into that later in the podcast. We always have to start out with our highs and lows. So, Maddie, take us away. Highs and lows of the week, weekend, last week, whatever you'd like to say.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying if you are watching this episode, reveal of the new hair. Okay, to those that are not watching, I chopped off like I don't even know how many inches off my hair. I now have short hair.
I love it. Like I absolutely love it.
Thank you. I wanted to like change out my hair, so I guess that's like my high. I wanted to change out my hair so bad, but like I wasn't in the mindset to like dye it a different color, to go darker, to whatever. But like I wanted to drastically change my hair because like I was just like over it. Like I was about to have a Britney moment and just shave it all off.
Right.
She was very dead. She was hanging on by a string. So there kind of was only one option to chop my hair. So we had actually originally started off and it was like a good couple inches, like maybe 2 inches, like lower or longer. And then I was just kind of like, you know what, if we're going to chop off my hair, like let's chop it off. And I don't think I could have, I don't think I could have gotten shorter because like I feel like I would have looked weird. So I feel like we're at a good length.
Yeah, no, I love it.
And I do think like I love it, but I'm gonna be so excited like to grow it out. I don't think I'm like a short hair forever girl. You know? Like I don't really feel like it fits my personality. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. I just feel like I go like so back and forth. I just get bored. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
We just get bored. We see the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
And then it's a drastic change. And we're like, no, I don't like this. I need my old hair back. But I'm telling you, give it like 2 weeks for it to have that like little bit of growth. And like you learn how to style it. And
yeah, and like I
you're gonna love
think I like it like that wavy. To me, short hair and curls, like it just has to be curled such a specific way.
Yeah.
Or like short hair with blowouts looks so good, but my hair doesn't really take blowouts that well. So that's also like why like layers don't really work for me, because my hair just doesn't really take it that well, because she's a pin straight hair girl. Her hair is literally just pin straight. So
but I feel like blowouts are hard to hold.
Yeah, they are. But I'm digging the wave. I do sometimes teeter back and forth. I'm like, man, I probably shouldn't. Like, I wish I didn't go the short, or I wish it went shorter. So, again, I literally just got it cut like yesterday. So, the podcast right now is probably like going to be the first to see it.
Yeah.
Aired. Which is kind of exciting. I don't know, who knows? Maybe I'll take some good selfies after this. But enough about my high. My low is I literally had a raging headache all damn day long. Luckily, it did go away before we started recording, or else I would have been
down
miserable.
for the count.
Yeah. So that's my low, and just glad to be back for another episode.
Love
Kassidy,
it.
what are your highs and lows?
My high is I get my hair cut on Thursday. So I think Insta might be the first reveal, or we can actually no, I don't think I can wait till the next episode to reveal.
Yeah. No. What are you gonna do?
I'm going back and forth, Maddie. Like I
Let's just two scared girls.
I don't know if I can, because I mean probably most of y'all saw on my Instagram, I posted like, oh, like last selfie with long hair.
It's a lie because you posted more selfies after.
No, I know. Shut up. And the amount of pushback I got.
Because your hair is so long, luscious, and beautiful, okay?
Okay, but what people don't understand is like, to me, it's really not. Like the ends of my hair, like it's to the point of where it's so long, I feel like I can't even like style it anymore. Like it doesn't all fit on the curling iron, or it doesn't do this, or it doesn't do that, or it doesn't hold a blowout
So
because
just get like
it's
2
so
inches
heavy.
off.
Okay, so I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a good trim to get everything out. Yeah, maybe 3. I don't
3
know.
inches.
But I will say I'm going to go to town with the layers. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, well, your hair like does hold a blowout so nice. Like it holds volume and bounce so nicely.
To an extent.
But like your hair does phenomenal with layers. Like it adds so much dimension and like it looks so good.
And then, so I've had, like, obviously my curtain, I haven't had a haircut probably in a year, and I know that's so bad. So, like, these used to be, like, curtain bangs, and these are, like, so long now. But I think I'm going, like, curtain bangs, like, short. Because I need some kind of change.
I was going to ask her to cut mine, but I think I'm just going to cut them myself again.
God damn it, Maddie.
I got so much money on my hair, and I'm like, I'm just gonna cut my own bangs.
Right. But that's my thing, is like I've also had so many people ask me who I go to get my hair cut, because I'm not getting it colored. I'm really trying to stay away from color. I'm trying to stay strong.
I had to chop my hair off is because I bleached the shit out of it.
I know. I'm trying to stay strong, and like there's some days I love my hair color, and then some days I'm like, ew, this is so like one color boring, but I'm loving it right now, so it's whatever. But a lot of people were asking me where I got it done, and a lot of people are like, what happened to like $30 haircuts? You can charge me whatever. My girl can charge me whatever, because I went to Great Clips once and I will never go back there. Don't do it.
Done that.
Do not do it. I will pay my $80 to $100 to go to my bomb girl in Fort Worth, because I know she will get it right every single time.
And I feel like, okay, so growing up, I went to like my mom's hairdresser. Right. So like, I've always been to me, I've always been like, you spend money on, like, women spend money on their hair because like you're not just getting, a 2 off the sides and then a 1 off the top for guys. Right. Like it's pretty hard to mess up men's cuts. You can. You so can. You can. Morgan's had some pretty rough cuts before, but like, I guess how much my hair was. I also got products because like I'm doing like hair. I am going down a hair health journey. I am like going to keep my hair super healthy, especially because I put bleach on it. But guess how much my trip to the hair salon was?
You're gonna $500 or $600.
Okay, a little bit. Actually, a little bit less. So that's good. It was like four. It was like $4. I want to say close to $480 with tip, because like I'm gonna tip based on what I pay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, everyone knows I have so much freaking hair that I can't walk out of the hair salon under $500.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't know why you ever went to a Great Clips. That just, even if you don't get like hair color, I feel like women, you need to go to stylists that like know how to do, every cut under the sun. They know every technique. Even if you aren't leaving with color treated, like
especially because I'm getting layers. Like I understand if it's like a trim of a trim.
Yeah.
Like straight across trim. Okay, sure, do it. But like my girl, she gets me right every single time, and I'm sorry, the amount of compliments I've gotten on my hair since she's been doing it, worth it.
How long?
Every penny.
How long does it take you to get your hair done without color?
Just like a cut?
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever just gotten a cut, if we're being
Okay.
realistic. But I think she has me marked down for like an hour and 15 to wash and cut and then style. Okay. Yeah. But I like, she knows me by now. She knows my hair, and I'm like, I always apologize. I'm like, sorry, my hair takes so long to dry, because I mean, it is sopping wet when like they wash it, and I'm just like, sorry, and it is just takes so long to freaking dry. But I have it down to a T now. Like, I get out of the shower, I have to wait like 20 minutes of me just like flipping my hair around to kind of air dry, and then we can work forward on it.
I pretty much walk out of the shower, my hair's already dry.
No, okay, but that long-winded high, I'm getting my hair cut, and I'm super excited about that because I'm excited to get even more layers because I really like the way it looks on my hair.
Yeah, I like it too.
Thank you. My low,
no love.
Honestly, right. Life's kind of been great.
Oh my! You had off on Monday.
Right,
so,
right.
Lucky you.
I know. I had off on Monday. Right, and it was like a great day. Like, I can't complain, but like all my friends were working. What am I supposed to do?
Okay, but here's the difference between you and I. Okay, here's the thing. You had a day off, and you like got out of bed and like took a walk, and like I don't even know what else. Like, you were, I just know for goddamn sure you were productive.
Right.
If I had a day off, my ass would not leave the bed.
Right.
Except to go get food, maybe stand outside for like 5 minutes so that like
get some fresh air.
Yeah, exactly. So I can like breathe some fresh air, but then I would be back in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Having the TV on and scrolling on TikTok at the same time. Like,
right, well, I don't have a TV in my bedroom.
Okay, my ass would still be on the couch.
Well, my ass was on the couch almost all day.
But you still like got up. Like, honestly, I would be like, Kassidy, sorry, I was too lazy to put on makeup for the podcast.
Right. Oh, I thought about it, but I was like, oh, no, I need to do it.
But that's the difference between you and I. You like got up and like did stuff, which is so good and great. And like I should strive to be like you.
And I should strive to be like you. Where I'm like a literal squirrel. I have to be like, what's next? What's next? Where are we going? What's next? Like, I physically can't just sit there all day. I would drive myself crazy.
Being a lazy bones. Oh my god, I love being a lazy bones. But I feel like I never get to be a lazy bones, and that's why I love it so much. So that like when I got the opportunity, like Saturday, I was a lazy bones. I was so lazy, but I didn't want to be lazy by myself because Morgan's like you, and he has to get up and like go. And like I don't like to watch that because then I get anxiety being like, I need to get up and like do something, but I don't want to. So I literally went to my friend Anna's house because her ass is being a lazy bones, and I was like, let's be lazy bones together. And so I literally got up, drove to her house, and laid on her couch for
No, I love that. I feel like it's like my mom in me. I'm like, I have to do something. I have to do it. Or my mom will call me and be like, what are you up to? And I'm like, I'm headed out. I don't know where I'm going. She's like, are you still in bed? I was like, yes.
God. Yeah, no, if I would be 1,000% in bed or on my couch.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a nice recovery day, ready to tackle the week. And hopefully it goes by fast since it is a 4-day week, but somehow those are always the longest weeks. So
I'm hoping that it's super short for me because I still worked.
Right. Obviously you still worked. You worked New Year's Day. You obviously worked on Monday.
Oh my god, yeah. No, you're so very right. It's fine. So I'm so glad that you had such a good day.
Thank you. I'm praying they're coming your way.
One day. Who knows? But I think before we get into the nitty-gritty of this episode, because as Cassidy kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, I feel like we have a pretty deep conversation planned for this episode. Something I feel like it's good to hear and it's good to talk about it because, it's I feel like a lot of people will agree or just, be able to relate to it in some aspect. But before we get into like the deep nitty-gritty of it all, did you watch the People's Choice Awards? Because I did not.
Okay, so I turned it on and I was watching. I couldn't stand to watch it. I had to turn it off. It was awful. I'm sorry. It was just like, it was giving so like low budget, and I'm usually not like that. Like I usually love like award shows, but this one, like I actually couldn't stand to watch it, and I turned it off and watched Netflix. So
damn.
No, I didn't watch a lot.
Do you have any standouts on the teal carpet?
No, so, yeah.
I think it was teal, right?
Something like that. I did love Brie.
Oh my god.
Her yellow dress.
She makeup, hair, dress, slay.
Yeah. And then obviously I loved what Grace wore. I know it was a long-winded thing to try to get a dress for her, and that's kind of what we'll go into. Yeah. But I think she looked great. I think she rocked that short mini dress. I mean, I just love it. And I think, to me, at least from the outside looking in, it looks like she's getting more and more comfortable at these things and more confident. And like that kind of just makes me so happy when you see her like starting out like not very confident, or like, I don't know why I'm being invited to this, to, oh, I'm invited, I'm so excited to go, like here's my hair, here's my makeup.
I mean, especially because she's forgotten a lot and like not invited a lot too. So like I'm glad that like she's embracing it and she's actually going.
Yeah, I agree. And sometimes I do, because I listen to Plan Brie a lot, and it's just, I mean, it's co-hosted. It's Brie and it's Grace all the time now. And I wish that was just more forward and more out there. I kind of feel like people just take Grace as like a guest all the time.
Yeah.
Like I wish she got more recognition, because she will go into the nitty gritty. She will talk about, how she's feeling about, about this topic, that topic. Like she has really good, genuine conversations that not a lot of people have. So I kind of just wish she would get more credit. But I mean, Brie's dating Zach, and then Brie is also on BFFs. Like Brie is such a huge name within Barstool. Like it is what it is. But I'm like, Grace has evolved so much over the years that I wish she would get that freaking credit already. Which she is. She's starting to. Jesus, words. But I don't know. I feel like it's not enough still.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Another person that I thought looked great, but I couldn't really tell if her dress fit her that well, Alex Earl. It looked a little like big, but she looked so good. But it looked like slightly too big. Another one that I really liked, Hannah. I think her name used to be Hannah Goodwin. She was on like The Bachelor. She's like a big influencer now. And she's married, but I don't remember what her new last name is. But she looked really pretty. She had like white feathers on. Looked great. Brooke Sheffield. So here's her last name. She looked phenomenal.
I feel like she always looks great.
Oh yeah, she's just beautiful. And then Paige DeSorbo, of course, our queen.
Oh, Paige. I mean, Paige. I love her. Paige and Hannah, I love them so much. Like, I can't even express, if there was one person you told me I could meet in the influencer industry, Paige and Hannah, no doubt. Literally, hands down, no freaking doubt. Like, they just seem like such, like, real people.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I know, I love them.
I love it. And I love how like into fashion pages, and Hannah could not give a shit less. She was like, I'm wearing whatever.
She's like, I'm just a funny girl.
Yeah.
I'm here for the laughs.
Yeah, but Paige was great. And I know, I think she was
the host for
Entertainment Tonight. Yeah.
Crazy.
So she's making her way up there as well. She hasn't always been this big, so props to her.
I know, super exciting. But since I didn't watch it, I think that's all I had to say. Adam Sandler had a hilarious speech. He won like People's like Icon Person of the Year, or I got that title totally wrong. And he played it on like he was like, "Oh, I think I heard my manager wrong, and I thought I won People's Sexiest Man like of the Year award."
Right.
So his speech was about him being the sexiest man of the year. And it was
love a good Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Obviously, it had to be.
Hilarious. And Jennifer Aniston gave him the award, so she was up on stage. And it was just freaking funny.
Did you see and not, I wouldn't call it an after party, just like a get together of Brie, Alex, Grace, and Jake. I was like, no, literally, I saw that setting and I was like,
they were at his invites. So like they were just wherever he lives, at his house or apartment, like they were just chilling, like wearing his merch, like just having a grand old time. His roommates were there. I'm like, what?
Right. I'm just like, oh, that's just so fun. Like we just went to like a huge award ceremony and like, oh yeah, let's go back to his house, have a few drinks, and just do whatever.
Like, and what's just crazy to me is like, Jake is also like literally best friends with Sophia Richie.
Right. The whole family. Right. Like where did this guy come from?
Who are you?
I mean, he is like such a different level of like top of the top, but like not acting like it.
No, I know.
Like, he knows like everyone. Friends with everyone.
It's crazy. Like it blows my mind.
Must be nice.
Blows my mind. But I think that's all I had to say about the People's Choice Awards. You know, just kind of get that out of the way. But to kind of like lead into our next topic, I almost want to say like a little bit of a trigger warning. We are going to be talking a little bit about like body image, in a way, and like body image portrayed online and like on social media. And yeah, just wanted to say a little warning. We're talking all positivity here. We're not talking bad about anyone. We're not talking bad about content creators. We're not talking bad about people that are a size small versus people that are a triple XL, double XL. I just think that, you know, it's a nice conversation to hear, because I feel like it's not talked about a lot, and y'all are like, okay, Maddie, get to the point. What the heck are you talking about? What are we talking about? I want to kind of touch on content creators and not their sizes, but just like how the social media space doesn't have a lot of bigger size, medium to double XL size content creators. This is coming from the other day, just scrolling on TikTok, scrolling online, and you know, I'm like looking for like outfit inspiration for you know, just some events that I have coming up, and I'm getting so frustrated because, and again, I'm not talking bad, every content creator out there, every content creator that I can find that always pops up on my For You page, they're all basically a size double XL to a small. I am not a double XL or a small. I might be a small on like that rare occasion, but I am like a medium. And honestly, I've been a size medium my entire life. Like growing up as a kid, I was always like size medium. High school, size medium. College, got up to the bigger sizes, but now I'm like a true size medium. I can fit in larges. I can fit in some smalls, but like barely. And you can look at content creators and like love their style and love their outfits, but then I get it in my head that I'm going to look the same way as they do, but I won't, because the clothes aren't going to fit me the way that they fit these content creators. And it kind of brings up the question of like, why are most of the typical content creators that you're seeing online, why are they all a size small? When like you're rarely ever seeing anyone say, oh, well, this is like, my bottoms are a medium, my tops are like my top is a medium. No,
Right.
it's always like my bottoms are extra small, my top's are small. And it's like, why aren't there like a lot more content creators that aren't a size small?
Yeah. No, and I agree. And I mean, I can say for myself, there are days I am a small, but I think I finally truly found my size as a 6 and a medium, and I think that's that. And
And not
I
that it's a bad thing at all,
right.
literally at all.
No.
But clothes are going to fit me a little bit different than they're going to fit someone that's a size 0.
Right. And I think that's what we have to remember a lot of the time is when in fashion, you have to the base thing you need to figure out is how to dress your body and what looks great on your body. Because I can tell you, a lot of these influencers, don't have the biggest boobies or don't have the biggest butt. Well, I got a butt and Maddie's got the boobies. Let me tell you, like it's so hard to find things, and it's so hard to get inspo, like you said, because that's not going to look like that on me. And guess what? I'm 5'2". I'm not 5'8". I'm not 5'6". Like, it's just not going to look like that on me. And I know there are definitely, micro influencers who are like voicing, oh, I'm a 5'2", medium, large, blah, blah, blah. But, the people you see day to day are those extra smalls, are those smalls, which completely fine. There are plenty of girls in this world
beautiful,
who get inspo from them and who look that amazing. But I would love to see more variety all about, it is what it is. And I don't know. I'm ready to branch out and find people my size with my style. And I was actually listening to this podcast today and it really stuck with me. She said that she is very particular about what she views on social media. Like she has stopped like just endlessly scrolling, looking at every single thing. She goes to the people that, she feels good about seeing, or she feels, they deliver a message that she wants to get that day, and she will only go and look at their Instagrams. And I feel like that's a very good thing to get in, because I feel like there are times where every day I'm just endlessly scrolling. And then there are times where I'm like, oh, damn, like, why doesn't that outfit look like that on me? Or, I'm not that skinny, so I could like never pull that off. Well, and I don't even like thinking that way, because you can pull it off, but in the right way.
Yeah.
And that is why I will always preach that you have to learn what you like on your body and learn what looks great on your body and stick with that. Because let me tell you, a low-waisted with a crop, I don't think that's going to always work for me. Let me tell you that.
It does not work for me. As much as I want to pull it off, it does not work for me. But then it kind of also makes me think, because I'm a confident person, but I do have like insecurities, and majority of them are like basically involve my body and just like the way that I look. And I have gotten to a point where like sometimes I look in my closet and I'm like, no, I'm not saying I dress conservative or like super modest, but a lot of my clothing is actually pretty modest compared to like how I used to dress in college when I was wild and crazy and like whatever. But like, sometimes I go to reach and I'm like, oh, I want to dress like, pretty sexy tonight, why not? And I'm like, oh my God, I literally don't own anything like that, because I'm like, I don't want to wear it. So I'm like also trying to get in the mindset of like, I need to not care. what I look
Mm-hmm.
like. If that makes sense. Like, if I want to wear it, like, I should be able to wear it and,
Yeah.
like, should not think twice about it. But then again, you're seeing all this, well, it looked really good on her. It's not going to look that great on me.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that idea of, like, filtering your social media
Yeah.
almost. So that, like, you're not seeing those things that, like, will start to, like, get in your mind and, like, give you those thoughts.
Right. And I think everyone has come to terms, well, I guess not everyone, but I'm a true believer that social media has destroyed everyone
Mm-hmm.
completely. It has made everyone second guess what they look like, what they do to their hair, what they Botox, lip injections, I mean, breast implants. It has changed every single thing. And sometimes I'm just like, we've got to step back and realize that you don't have to be like the cookie cutter, like, oh, let's get all this Botox, let's get all this filler.
An
Right,
Instagram filter, and, like, not to
right.
say that you can't, but, like, don't go into it with, like, a mindset of because you want to look like these people that you're seeing on social media,
Right.
which, like, I know I have fallen into that
No,
category.
same.
Where I'm just like, I don't understand. She's my age, but she looks like that, and I look like this. Like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
So I do really, like, again, I really like that, implementing almost like filtering your own social media.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, kind of going back to, the content creators that, like, you typically see, the ones that you see day in and day out. Again, no hate to them. Majority of them are, a smaller size. But then, like, the world pushes for inclusivity, but, like, we're not really truly seeing that. Like, people are saying
Mm-hmm.
it, but nothing is, like, happening from it. And it just kind of makes me think, because I think that we are ready for it. Like, I think that it's time, because, again, like, social media is so influential right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, right now it runs the world. It runs our lives. Like, it runs
Right.
the majority of people's lives, even though you don't, even that, honestly, you can have someone say that it doesn't, but it really does.
Right.
Social media shapes how we think now. It shapes the decisions that we make subconsciously. Like, there's, like, all the science backed behind it. Even if you're not on social media that much, social media is still shaping your decisions and, like, your thoughts,
Yeah.
now. So I think it's, I don't know, it's like I need to start finding, like, I wish I had more, medium-sized girls on my Instagram. Like, I do follow some girls, like Delaney, what's her last name? Fields?
I don't know. I
Delaney.
know who you're talking about though.
Delaney. Delaney.
Why am I
Delaney.
thinking it's like flowers?
No, I think it's Fields. Delaney Fields. She is a larger chested girl. Her and I don't necessarily have exactly the same body type, but I'm not very curvy, but I do have a larger chest. So I do follow her for, a lot of inspiration. But again, she is still so small that, like, she can wear these things. And I'm like, again, it's just that wouldn't be, like, flattering on me at all.
Right.
Because, I'm not flat everywhere else.
Oh my gosh, whatever. No, but I think I really want to concentrate on like filtering my stuff more. And I'll admit I'm not really a person who's like, oh my god, I wish I looked like her. I wish I had everything about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like I like to try to say I don't get caught up in that because I know it's just social media is fake.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
this is going down like such a different route than we thought, but like social media is so fake. And what I love about podcast is you listen to us every week. You hear our life every single week. You hear the good, the bad, the ugly, highs and lows, like what we're doing. And I just feel like on this kind of platform, you can be real, open, and honest.
You can show up as 100% authentically yourself.
Right.
And it's, I mean, obviously it's a lot more realistic than, the highlight reel that you're seeing every day. Which, again, it's like I don't hate that it's a highlight reel because like,
No.
you know, I wouldn't want to follow people that are just like, oh my god, my life is horrible, like
Right.
my life sucks. But it's almost like it stepped a little bit. It's like crossed a boundary in some way.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's
just you have to
too
know.
perfect.
You have to know as yourself and remember that like this is a highlight reel of
Mhm.
everyone's life, and it's
Yeah.
not 100% authentic. It's not 100% them. And I feel like as long as you can keep that in your head and know that, social media can be fine for you. Social media also benefits us in a lot of ways. Like,
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's all bad, but it is affecting these younger generations and just like what they want to do to themselves or how they should be dressing or what they should be wearing or what they should be buying. And I just sometimes I think it's so crazy when I see these middle schoolers or high schoolers like using all Sephora products. I'm like, how do you afford that? Like,
I don't even shop at Sephora. I buy 2 things
no.
at Sephora Max because I can't
No.
afford anything else.
No, same. And I'm just like, it is just such a keeping up with the Jones mentality.
Mhm.
And you have to be grounded and you have to know that you don't need it all. And like, I even need to be better about that. I think everyone needs to be better about that. Like, social media can benefit us in all these great ways, but you have to keep yourself grounded. And you also have to keep involving yourself with people on social media who are going to make you feel good. You know, if that's, you know, a woman being the same size as you, the same height as you, or y'all sharing the same style, but maybe y'all aren't the same size. Like, there's just so much that people really need to step back and take into consideration and not get so consumed over I want to be this, I want to look this way, I want this whole closet, because it is never going to be enough. You're going to get this, you're going to get this outfit, you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's never going to be enough. Like, I think we really need to come back and be grounded and just be grateful of all the things we have and the way we look and be proud of our body. You know, if you're not happy, go on a walk, go work out if that's what you want to do. If not, don't do it. I just feel like there's so much body shaming when everyone says we should be more inclusive. I almost feel like it brings it out more.
No, and that's 100% yes. And like, you know, just what I feel like thinking about a lot. It's just like, again, we as a society, you know, are really pushing to be more inclusive and, you know, accepting of everyone. But, and again, I love all these influencers. I'm following all these influencers. I love them, and I'm not shaming them. I'm not shaming them for the way they look at all. I think they deserve, and like, they have worked hard to get to like where they're at, and it's not their fault. But I almost wish that like that same following that they have, other people have and can get. Because like, you know, a perfect example, you said like there are other micro influencers that are a size medium or a size large or a size, you know, extra large, so on and so forth, but they're micro influencers. Majority of them have not made it to, you know, to the top, or that you're always seeing them on your For You pages. And I know that there are some out there, but again, it's like so few, far and in between that it's just like the whole world is preaching this stuff, but like we're the ones that make them like famous. So like you're preaching this, but like there's no action that's following. And it's almost like I just feel like that conversation needs to be opened up. And like, yes, it can get very controversial very fast, of course. So like, you know, we're obviously going to be careful on how we, you know, go about this and touch on this, but like it's still it's controversial in a good way. And
but
like,
that's also the thing that I want to say is like I don't want this to be controversial. It shouldn't. Yeah. And like that's where we get into issues, and that's where we get into problems. Is how is someone's body shape or their weight controversial? How? Like, tell me how. Like, you just have to I don't know, like it just gets into a whole different thing where I'm just like, I just want everyone to feel comfortable in their own skin and
Yeah.
it be what it is when it comes to weight. There are tons of people who want to gain weight and can't gain weight. There are tons of
Mm-hmm.
people who
No,
want to lose
exactly.
weight
Yeah.
and they're on their weight loss journey. Like it's just I wish people would just stop comparing. That's what it comes down to. The
Yeah.
comparison just
I
it
mean,
needs to stop across the board.
I have that problem, not necessarily with like the way I look in the face or like, you know what I mean? But like I suffer with like body image issues 100%, 1000%. Like the other weekend I went to that wedding and I wore a dress that's a lot tighter than I would have ever than I have ever really worn. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And tried it on and I was like, okay, this is a little risky, whatever. I was like, but I feel good, like I look pretty. But then going back through the pictures, I was like, that is god awful. Like, why did anyone let me out of the house?
Oh my god, whatever.
So again, that's just like I have body image issues. So then I
Right.
just kind of had to like, I dwelled over those pictures for like a hot minute. Obviously didn't really ever post anything from that wedding. And then I just kind of had to realize like, listen, no, like in the moment, I felt great. I thought like, like I felt pretty, I felt beautiful. Obviously it was not my wedding, so like I'm not here to steal the show. But like, like I felt great. So like I need to stop dwelling over like how I think I look in these photos because like
Mm-hmm.
I looked fine and I felt good in the moment. And so like
Right.
if these pictures are making me feel like bad, then okay, Maddie, just don't look at them. Like you don't have to post them. Like you don't have to like do whatever with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess like at the end of the day, you know, if you have, you know, body image issues or just like, whatever's going on, you're not alone. Like every girl suffers, from
Mm-hmm.
it. Every single
Yeah.
girl. Every single girl does. And like it's so common. And again, yes, it's just you have to stop with the comparisons. You know, you beat yourself up for like flaws only you see. Most people don't ever see those flaws and
Right.
it's just you being in your own head. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just have to exactly put it away, be like, no, you know, I'm almost like you're tearing yourself apart because of, probably the shit that you see on social media. And like you shouldn't do that because like you are beautiful and like social media or just like the people that we see, that are glorified online or on TV or whatever, you're tearing yourself down because of what you see and like what you've grown up seeing and like you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah. No, and I completely agree. And I also want to put out there the way because I mean all girls feel this way, all men feel this way. It's not just everyone feels this way. It is what it is. You want to see a better version of yourself, but I also think like personally where I see the best version of myself is when I'm surrounded by great people and
Yeah.
I know people are going to hate me for saying this, and I know it's hard and I know it's tiring, and I haven't even been keeping myself accountable. But when I am working out, I love my body. No matter if I'm a size small, size medium, size large, I absolutely love it because at the end of the day, it proves to me that I can look that way and I can lose those couple pounds that I want to lose, and I can just feel like mentally healthy after a workout. And I want people to understand how much working out helps with your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, and I think everyone, like, I talked about it a few weeks ago, how I was just like in a funk and I have to get out of this. And like, I need to get back to working out because even if I haven't lost anything, just feeling stronger overall, mentally and physically, like makes me feel more confident. And I just think people need to get outside as well. Not even
Mm-hmm.
working out, just get outside when you can and take those things. Like, I need to be better about putting my phone down and just sitting outside in silence, staring at a bird. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that'll make me feel so much better physically and mentally. And I think that changes everyone's outlook of like when they're dressing or how they feel in an outfit, when you just feel more confident about yourself. It's all about confidence at the end of the day. Like, I don't think it comes down to size whatsoever. It's about your confidence and what you see in yourself.
Yeah.
And I think people need to be more confident. And I know that's hard. I know tons of people struggle with that. I understand that. But I would just say work towards bettering yourself rather than comparing yourself to an influencer who makes hundreds of thousands of dollars per post.
Yeah. No, very true. Very
But
true.
I mean, I just think this will always be a struggle with social media. I don't think we will ever really get past this.
What I have been so much better about is like fully living in the moment. Like I've definitely taken, which like, you know, it is for the moment, taken a step back. I think that's like something I needed to do for a hot minute. Take a step back from social media. Like I'm really barely ever on it. And like if I am, it's honestly lately it's just been mainly for work. Is like it's the only times I'm on it. And then like maybe a couple times a week scrolling for like 10 minutes, and then it's like, all right, gotta get ready for bed, or like gotta do this, gotta do that.
Right. Yeah.
So like that's definitely helped too. Or just like I felt like better. I felt more like in the moment and like not as like anxious.
Right. No, and I agree. And I think I feel like I've been trying to get better about like being in the moment. And you know, there's a hot minute I was like trying to post on TikTok every day, trying to do this, trying to do that, and I just like I couldn't keep up. And like I'm not going to act like I could keep up. Like it was draining me. I was, oh, get a video of this, get a picture of, like it just I couldn't do it anymore. And like that's why I had to take a step back.
Living your life just with social media at like the forefront.
Right. And I think obviously like I wouldn't even classify like podcast as social media. Like
it's its own form of media. Not social media. It's its own type of media, you know, because it's obviously audio media, and then we do like obviously what's video, but it's not like, you know, shooting short clips to you know, draw people's attention and let them go.
Right.
That's also kind of another thing, completely side note, is like the reason I love podcasts so much is because I do love like consuming, you know, quick and like, you know, instant things like, you know, TikTok has kind of trained us to do. I am such a long format girl that like that's why I suck on TikTok, is because like I literally cannot make like a freaking 1 minute long video. My videos are like 3 minutes because like I can't shut the hell up. Like I over explain everything and I'm like, this is why I podcast.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just feel like it feels so good to be open and honest and be like, I gave up on TikTok. I can't keep up with it. I can't do that. And it was so nice in Mexico.
Not forever, but it's like kind of looking at it in a different way.
Right. And if it's like, if it is
over it.
Right, exactly. Like if you're not enjoying it, get off. And I was not enjoying it. So for the time being, I had to get off and I had to collect my thoughts, and it is what it is. But I don't know, I just gravitate, like you said, more to podcast. I'm getting information. I'm hearing real people's stories, and it's just real and authentic. And I just feel like I've kind of like found my niche of what I like in podcast, and like social media is like not doing it for me. Of course I'm still posting. It is what it. I don't want people to be like, oh my god, you're still posting.
Of course we're gonna still post, like
right.
Of course, like, you know, like everyone does, but like there's a difference in like, yeah, sure, you're posting versus consuming. You know what I mean? Like you can post and not consume as much, or not consume as you can consume things that make you happy, that make you feel good, and still post. Like you don't, you know what I mean? Like, so it really isn't like a, you know, people can't say you're contradicting yourself just because you're still using social media. But it is definitely like a, you know, obviously like a thing that that we're gonna all have to deal with, like, for the rest of our lives, is, like, finding a balance with the internet, with, like, social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, like, it's here to stay. It's shaping our society, and so, like, it's just gonna have to be a constant, like, you have to figure out your balance, like, you have to be able to intermix it with your life in, like, a healthy way. And it's almost
Mm-hmm.
like that should be talked about more, because
Right.
obviously it's not going anywhere. And, like, yes, people can shit on social media, people can love social media, like, you can be in between whether you love it or you hate it. And, like, obviously, yes, I love it, but there are some times I hate it. Yes, it can be used for such good. Yes, of course, it can also be used for bad. But it's like, there should be more ways. Wow, we just took 17 different turns in this conversation. But, like, there should be more talks about, like, how to, like, balance it, because it's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it's gonna just be more than what it is now.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think that's kind of the end result of this whole podcast is we need to learn how to take a step back in social media, in life, in everything. Take a step back and just be like,
Read a damn book.
right. It's not that serious.
Exactly. Okay, yes, it's not that serious. And, like,
right.
for a minute I was like, this is the most serious ever. Like, this is the most serious it could literally ever be.
Right.
Ever. And then I go through moments and I'm like, it's not serious at all. Like, whatever. And then I fall in that mid phase, and, like, now I think I'm trying to reevaluate, I guess, yeah, kind of the whole subject. I'm trying to reevaluate where I stand with social media at this moment, and, like, how it can fall into my life in a good way.
Right. In a healthy, sustainable way.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No, I love that. But I think that's really what we wanted to talk about and just hit on everything social media, everything that's involved with that, looks, honestly, everything. Like, I feel like this kind of just took a turn of, like, turning into every single thing social media
at this point.
No, yeah, but we have, like, no top 5 plans, but I kind of came up with one on the fly.
Okay.
I'm thinking just, like, what is the top 5 things that you do to enjoy yourself that's not social media?
Not a damn thing.
Really?
I'm kidding. I have to think about it. You go first.
Okay. So my first one is podcast. So I want to recommend a few podcasts. House Guests by Kinsey Elizabeth.
First, Fashionably Broke podcast. Okay, continue.
Obviously, you're already listening to us. And then House Guests, that one's really good. And then sometimes I love BFFs because it's just a lighthearted, funny one. You don't need information going into your head 24. Like, you need those lighthearted ones and it to be fun. So those are, like, the two I really recommend. And I kind of just feel
Giggly Squad. You have to. I'll throw it in for you.
Oh shit, Giggly Squad
is my favorite. Other than our own, Giggly Squad is my favorite podcast ever.
No, I don't know how I could ever forget that. I'm telling, every Thursday I listen to that.
That's so good.
Every Thursday, and I just, like, that is the one podcast laughing the entire time. Like, absolutely the entire freaking time.
So good.
But yeah, just listen to a podcast. Us first, obviously, like you're already listening to, and then go off to the other ones. And then next, I've really tried to take on reading, but that one's, like, a little more difficult.
I think I'm going to get a Kindle.
Oh, really?
I think I have to.
Okay.
I want to read. Okay, I interrupt your top 5 ever. I'm going to shut up. Continue.
No. And then the next one. Oh, one thing I really want to get into that I feel like could consume everything, is just, like, cooking. Like, cooking new things and just, like, fun things and just enjoying new foods. I'm, like, burnout on all the foods I've been eating, but I also eat like a freaking 12-year-old. So, like, not surprised I'm burnout. I've been eating that for 25 years now. So yeah, just like trying out some new things that's just fresh.
Yeah.
And just taking a step away from social media and being on it when I want to be on it. I know that wasn't 5, but it is what it is.
I realize that I don't do a whole lot of stuff. I would say work, because that's mainly what I do.
Right, that too, my bad.
I guess like things, or just things that I enjoy that like bring me happiness. I'm gonna kind of change it. As much as oh my god, what am I gonna say? I literally had it all played out in my head and then I just forgot. Okay, well, just like being outside, not necessarily like going for a walk, but even just like sitting, like me and my household, we sit outside in the garage a lot. Normally we just watch Morgan tinker, but like it's kind of fun just to like sit there and like, you know, just really not have like a thought in your head.
Right, enjoy people's company.
Yeah, listening to podcasts and or music. I'm starting to get back into kind of like music. That's kind of how I just like relax now, because like you don't really have to think much, like especially because it's not even just social media. Like I do have a stressful job, so like music and podcasts have been like really 100% my go-to. And I would say like self-care, I'm really starting to like do that a lot more, kind of like we said at the beginning of the year, just like ins and outs and like things that like we're really trying to like start doing for this year. Self-care has been like really something that I've like been prioritizing, even if it's literally just laying in bed rolling my face with an ice roller and having like eye patches on and like literally just like staring and just like thinking in my head
100%.
like, 100%. Or just like going to go get my nails done, like because I stopped getting my nails done for a really long time, but I have kind of realized that I don't really treat myself that much to like, you know, that type of things, because like I don't go get my eyebrows done, like I don't go do any of that. So I'm like, you know what, like nails I can splurge on. I've started getting short nails. I'm getting S&S, so it's a lot cheaper. So like I'm trying to like view it as like that's cost effective, because like getting them like a lot cheaper than like what I normally would do. So I'm going to get my nails done. And like this is still like screen time. I need to start picking up working out. As you just preached about it. I know I really need to. I'm excited that like the sun's gonna be out for
my god,
because
I cannot wait.
I can go on walks after work, because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna wake up at 4 a.m. to go on a walk.
It's still gonna be dark. What do you mean?
I'm just not gonna do that. Lately at work, I have been like going outside during like my lunch break and just kind of like awkwardly standing there, but just like breathing in air. I'm like, I just need some fresh air, and I've been doing that a lot lately. So just like, again, just being outside.
Yeah.
Kind of went on a tangent. Still staring at a screen, but like watching a show and or movie, only because for the past year or so I've like stopped watching TV and like movies pretty much altogether. Like yes, I'll like watch a movie, but like I literally gave up on all my shows. Like I never watched TV. Like I never like purposely watched TV. Like Morgan will have stuff on, or like sports will be on, but like shows that like I want to watch, I gave up like 2 years ago.
Right.
On accident. Just like I feel like with work sometimes it's hard to like watch your, like shows and like TV like to relax, because depending on when you get home you have to like cook dinner, get ready for bed, and like go to bed, wake up, do it the next day. So I started like watching TV shows that like I want to watch. Like it's almost like my alone time. Like I'm not on my phone. Like yes, again, it's still screen, but like
no, but I think that's completely different, and I think that's good.
Treats like The Bachelor's been that for me.
Dude, I'm caught up on The Bachelor, and like the second we get off this, I'm going to watch. Me too.
I was thinking about it the entire drive home. So this episode just made me realize I need to get a couple more hobbies that
Like we always say.
have to do with technology or work. That's just like my main thing now. I think it's really mainly like I've really stepped back from social media, like on purpose, but also kind of like on accident as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I've realized it's kind of as like just the time I'm in right now. I feel like it's been good that I've kind of taken a step back. I mean, not like a full step back. Like I do still scroll, but
Right.
definitely not anywhere near as much as I used to. But like my main thing has just been like work. Like I work a lot, so just
Yeah.
trying to like do things outside of work that like bring me joy.
Right. Nope. I agree. And I think that is how we will end the podcast. Like we said, social media should be fun and exciting. And if it's not that for you, get the hell off of it for a few days and come back to it. Never compare and just live your life however the hell you want to live it. Like, who cares anymore? It's not that serious. Do whatever you want.
Amen. And I know that's easier to say than do, but just take it a day at a time.
Right.
Okay?
See y'all next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.